Oh, na. Nenapquatch. Oh.
Hey, kopatat. Yaha toi ne pime. Ne maa kanam ki sawe. Hape a panisa. Hape sawichiwia.
What is thy bidding, my master?
Nahta moin, iha kom ma machi tawak. So machi mani tama. O ta seat ne sewa no awan.
How?
Scat Moal, Pon Mananan. I really should do that language code at some point.
Besaw, young warrior! Hey, cut it out, knock it off. I'm trying to tell you something. Yeah, you're right. You should finish that Kahoot and share it with your friends and family.
Nama, am I losing my mind?
No, the only thing you're in danger of is losing your beautiful language. So maybe you should put that phone down every once in a while and speak your language. Okay? All right then.
Eneq sakananis stav sihquanowe. Phrase number 10, the correct way of saying forgive me or excuse me. Menomini Wēqnasen. Someone help him or her. Nakuti. Sunfish.
I'm just stopping by saying good job learning your language like that. Yeah, keep going. Grab a cup of coffee and pay attention.
Hey, Gokey, need to wake up.
What's good in the HUD, huh? And the HUD and housing, how you doing?
Stupid ads.
Ads? Shoot, I've been ad-free since 1883. Oh, I even rhymed.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, listen, if you're gonna get all radical and stuff, don't do it on social media. Why not commit to the radical act of sharing your language, huh? That's a good book there. You should go read it to your grandchild there. You could both learn together.
You're right. What's your name?
Me? Nunya.
Well, thank you, Mr. Nunway. Now don't ever FaceTime me again.
Well, you don't FaceTime me. I don't even know what that is. What the hell is that? I can see how they can get addicted to those things.
Hey, napkina nenakwana. O seitamit maoni kako paspayatama ne hiosa kihi. Ene taso ichiwia.
How? Live from downtown Kashina, it's MenominiyoU!
Nature Menominee Netano Markano Mishik Mawni Weok hios ai tua. Nene ayawian aya Muqsāhkwat Nēmow ne Wāēwāēnen Eneq skis piak. Wuna up no name it, wuna up yo seat. Wait the morning, can ayawian net.
No, Besaw meet Menomini Language. Wāēwāēnen Eneq in its case, Mawat chase niak Eos Atna Pitu Wikinikon. Man, and Wāēwāēnen man. It's a good video. We started off there with a shout out to Dallas Goldtooth, our videographer Justin Judd Gauthier, our actor Gishko Gijek Warrington, Miss Muqsāhkwat, Linda Delgado, and yours truly. Well, tell them what we got planned for tonight, man.
All right, man. Hey, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Just wanted to throw out a quick reminder that this is coming to you live from MenominiyoU. What is MenominiyoU, you might ask? We are a 501c3 nonprofit organization operating right here out of Omāēqnomenew in downtown Kisitna. What you guys can look forward to this evening is, first of all, let us mention we've commissioned 3 deadly pieces of art from local artists. The one and only Orland Dirty Or Webster, Wuna Up and No Kara Kakikacho and Besaw, and Alex Gokey Menore. All right. So that's some acely stuff. You guys should definitely stick around for those drawings. One of the other things that obviously is so important to the day, to this nation, is acknowledging our restoration as a federally recognized tribe. We're going to go ahead and fit some really cool stuff in about that here this evening. And then we also wanted to use this moment to premiere and debut a promotional video that explains the why behind MenominiyoU. So we're excited to bring you guys all those things here this evening. And we also have a little Easter egg at the end of the show. Remember, this is an hour long. You stick with us. We're going to be giving away in total $1,000 at the end of the show. Stick around for some details about that. Why don't you go ahead and tell them more about that, about how they can be entered into these?
All right. So drawing rules. So yeah, right now, if you could throw a comment if you're not already, we see all Menoni Wēqnasen say to it. So yeah, everybody that's here right now. But if you comment below, if you haven't yet, tag a friend. Tell them to come watch. Tag a friend. Once you're entered, once you comment one time, you're entered for all the drawings throughout the night. But you only get one entry. So comment as much as you want, but you only get one name in there. You must be present to win. It's another thing. Once we spin that wheel, we're going to do spin a wheel like you've seen in other raffles and such. Once we spin that wheel and your name gets called, you got a minute to call in. And here's the number right here. I write it down on a notepad, So that's the rules. We'll keep repeating them through the night if more people come, but that's about it.
Tag a friend. You're entered for all the drawings. Once you only get one entry, and you must be present to win, and you must call within a minute. So you guys, we had all kinds of cool community activities planned for 2021, but we are very COVID responsive. Pay attention to the advice that we're given. So we ended up consolidating mostly into online activity, where we did run a couple of classes. Man, we had a great time. We're going to tell you guys more about that. But right now, why don't you take this opportunity to tag someone to be entered for these drawings? And while you do that, we're going to let you hear from one of our esteemed online students. Api, why don't you tell them more about the MenominiyoU online class experience?
Besaw, Nahal, Omāēqnomenew Wēqnasen, Abdigijik ta asmamache ta wisian, Bryant Dowd Neas wisian. Nonne Sanajuan Awe Shikta Nakia Batatnoa Awe. Kashitna Nitskiwakian Awasa Totam. Besaw, hello. My name is Bryant Dowd. My Indian name, my native name is Abdigijik, which means half day. Whenever the sun is in the middle of the sky, that's when it's most powerful. I am here to share a few of the online MenominiyoU experiences, as I have enjoyed myself greatly to the extent of the mentors, the Monday night lectures, the breakout groups, whichever it was that in that aspect of learning, you know, it is awesome. It is easy. It is fun. It is quite the learning experience. And what I'm doing with my language experience and how I'm continuing to move forward is seeing that light come on in our youth, in my kids, and, you know, my brothers and sisters, you know, whoever it may be, they ask me about it, and that, you know, kind of sparks that back into me, and that brings, you know, a little bit more of a different conversation, bringing our language back. And that's what I would like to see, as I believe strongly in the MenominiyoU. They are doing a great job here. I have no negative, no nothing, no downfalls as of the course. Everything I've learned in stride, and it's just whatever work you put in, you're going to get out of it. And as for me, I'm going to continue on for as long as I can with extending my knowledge of the language and becoming an active daily talker as I learn each word's new each and every day. Eneq, Wāēwāēnen.
All right, we're back.
Wāēwāēnen for that, Mr. Optigeesic Dowd. So you guys, our list was generated from everyone who's got a comment in here already. And I see a lot of people panicking about the number. Don't worry, it's Nohikun Niyanen Saka New Nekut Konkako Susik. But we're gonna also put it on the screen. We're gonna take that list that we generated. We're gonna spin the wheel. Nēmow, why don't you Vanna White this and show them what they got?
Here we go.
So this is a piece of quill work medallion crafted by Miss Kakakachuan herself. Wāēwāēnen to you, Kakakachuan. All right, do we got our wheel ready to go?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Okay, so once we spin this wheel, we'll identify a winner. Then we'll throw our phone number up, and our phone is right here waiting for your call if you are that winner.
All right.
Okay,
Here we go.
There's no winner yet.
Don Wilbur.
Don Wilbur. All right, Don Wilbur, you have Nekut Pes-Piakon to call in here. Okay.
Oh, we're gonna show a little. We got a quick little TikTok here from. Here we go.
Okay. Let's see. Yes, it is. All right. Also, hey, Skimokahatukwe. All right, so you're our lucky winner. We're on here live, but make sure and get down and swoop this up. We're gonna get back to the show. All right, after the show now. After the show.
A lot of us natives get so extra with our clothing and our gear. Like, we get it, you're indigenous, like, right? I know what you mean, bro. Some of these guys like to get so extra. That's a nice cup. Oh, thanks, man. Wait, what's going on? Not a whole lot, just chilling. I mean, like, what's going on with you right now? I'm just enjoying the weather, bro. Wait, what? I said I am grateful for this gift of life on Mother Earth.
All right. Congratulations, Skimokahatukwe or Don Wilbur. You can come pick up your deadly merch. All right. So here we got, you guys, it's restoration. It's a big day in Menominee history. And, you know, we would talk about it, but here's the thing is I wasn't even born when this all went down. I don't have a single recollection. I've talked and learned from many of our elders, but there's still a lot of people alive who did experience it. And luckily enough for us, we know a few of those people, and they were kind enough to come down and share some words about what they remember through their own eyes during this experience. So we put together a video that talks about restoration through the eyes of tribal members who lived through it. These are segments of their videos, and you will be able to view these in full length on our YouTube page at some point. So watch for that. You got anything else to say? No. All right. With that, we're going to cut to this video. We got Mr. Jimmy LaRock. We have Miss Regina Washinawatuk. We call her Wapanuki. And we've got Kenneth Bum Bum Fish. Enjoy these words, you guys.
Restoration of the Menominee tribe. Good, but not all roses and sunny. What was restoration? 1954 Termination Act signed. As per Congress and government, we were a rich tribe with our forests and millions in bank trust accounts. We won a lawsuit against government for mismanagement of our forests. The Menominees appealed for delay to get a plan to survive, as we would become the 72nd county of Wisconsin. Plans began to become a county. Federal money supported the tribe. Enrollment of the Menominee members was also terminated. 1961, termination of federal supervision began. We became Menominee County, 72nd county of Wisconsin, and we became the poorest county in the state. Taxes on privately owned lands were assessed, and taxes paid helped support Menominee County and services provided. State assistance came to Menominee County for programs and services. Menominee Mills became Menominee Travel Enterprises. Mill operations continued, but as a corporation. Being the poorest county, the county and MTE developed Legend Lake. Sell lots and tax assessments were done. Menominee County was seeing success to a point. Forested building and supplies was created. Lumber supplies from the forest to help build Legend Lake homes. 7 lakes along VB were connected to create one lake from Old South Branch Road to Muqsāhkwat Lake Dam Road. Channels were also made to create more lots. Drums. Menominees in the cities and some in the counties disliked selling our land to the white people. Meetings were held in cities to gather a larger following.
We would drive up every summer, every weekend during the summer to protest from Chicago. And then we would, I think about people like Louise Kitchkamy, Louise Nēmow, and her husband Tom, Marguerite and Tommy Matchema. There was a Paulus, I believe his name was Lloyd, and they called him Teddy Bear Paulus. There were just Frida Bergeon, I remember Audrey Okamash being at some of those meetings in Milwaukee. I didn't know everybody's name. I was a young girl at that time, but I remember the people that were so interested in wanting to know the information and be a part and come up and protest with us. And we began formally organizing, and we became known as Drums. And Drums stood for the determination of rights and unity among Menominee shareholders. People outside our community didn't really understand or know what we were doing, what we were concerned about, what we were protesting for. And so there were many meetings to then decide, let's march to Madison in order to have people understand in the state of Wisconsin what we were fighting, what we were upset about, what we wanted, why we didn't want our land sold. And so we began planning and the march to Madison. And so in October of I believe that was 1971, we began our march to Madison, and it took 2 weeks. to walk from the line, the reservation line. At that time it was the county line, into Madison. And what that did was got us the eyes and the ears of the lawmakers, because we marched right to the Capitol. And my dad was president of Drums at the time, and wanted to meet. We were meeting with the governor. We wanted the governor to understand the plight of the Menominee people.
The county and the state start foreclosing, and it was kind of shameful. And then all of a sudden, there's an organization. A lot of us came home to service that was called Drums, that came about, and they began to protest the land sales on Legend Lake. It was getting pretty ugly. In other words, challenging. And being a young person, and a lot of us coming home from the military at the time, supported the things that the Drums movement was about. And I do got to thank the Drums movement and the Restoration Committee for all the hard work that they did to get us to that point. But it shouldn't have ended there. It should have continued so that we did get to a point that we were fully restored. December 22nd, restoration, restore. We have to take restoration and that word to restore, we have to take it to another level. We all have to take and do our part. And I see so many times that people want to do something, and people get frustrated. That's how we get defeated. So I notice I see our young people, our school district celebrating restoration, and they have these marches to show. Well, I think that does a couple things. It goes back to the Drums movement too. Is that there was marches, teaching our young people to protest for a better life. And when I look at our young people learning these techniques of life, it's encouraging to me as an elder. It's encouraging to me is to say, and I remember Johnson Awanapi saying, my life will end just over that hill. That's the motion he used, just over that hill. But my life will end, I guess. And now I can say, as an elder, my life is just over the hill. So how are we going to fix the problems? If we go back culturally and traditionally, and we look at our forms of government, and I see on Facebook all the time debates on complaints, on how to resolve, and frustrations. Why aren't we getting together in general councils and all looking face to face at each other and trying to solve the problems of the community? That awareness, that's what you call restoration. That's what we need to do. We need to restore our inner spirits so that it becomes our culture. And I know that there's people that are doing the language, and it just excites me to realize the value to watch our young people. So when And Johnson or myself says, my life is just over that hill, ends just over that hill. And we can look back and see the young people now that are interested in the quality of life of our young people, all the way down to these little bitty kids learning the language. And I'm convinced that learning our language is the key to success.
Dang. Wāēwāēnen Eneq Muqsāhkwat Nēmow. We're thankful that our elders come and talk to us, tell us about these things. 48 years ago till the day we got restored. It's 2 of my lifetimes ago. So I just brings up a lot of feelings and pride in this day also. But if you're watching, and you're a young person and you're wondering what may have happened, the history books don't capture it all. There's still people around here that know what happened, that were there. They were young when it happened. They remember a lot. They still tell these stories. And if you get a chance, go talk to your elders. Think of the oldest person you know. See if you can go talk to them. Take them a gift. Ask them to tell you a story. Ask them to tell you about the oldest person they know. You'll feel better about yourself once you leave from that conversation. I guarantee it. But that's all I got to say about that.
Oh, wow. Yeah, man. That kind of hit home. Again, Wāēwāēnen Eneq for coming in and sharing some of your knowledge. That brings us right up into the space where we wanted to talk about our logo right here. This one. Okay. So if you can see the logo here, there's a lot of intentionality built into it. You notice the spelling is not the same as we use today. However, if you look into the history, that is the way that we spelled it pre-termination. So we look back to those days, not necessarily as the glory days, but we were a pretty wealthy tribe back then. And if you think back also to those days, we were very culturally oriented still at that time. Many folks still knew the language and practiced a lot of the ways. So that's part of the reason why we decided to use that pre-termination spelling. The other thing is, no disrespect to the university system. I mean, they are the authority on validating education for good reason. However, when it comes to language, culture, and history of this nation, I think our own nation should have some say in the validation of such things. And so we want to take that power and acknowledge our nation and say we're good enough to do that too. That's part of why we use that sort of symbol, that U. But then at the end of the day, nothing that we're doing even matters unless you come out and join us, learn your language, take your opportunity to be part of these things. So that's some of the intentionality that's built into that logo. And if you notice, the color blue is no accident either. And that goes back to our ancestors thinking about things that are sacred as being blue. So we invite you to learn the sacred language and to reopen that connection to the history. I say about that much about the logo, man. And we're going to go ahead and shift topics here. I'm going to go ahead and ask my Nēmow here to go ahead and take a look in the rearview mirror on this past year, what MenominiyoU has done and been about.
Okay. Well, this past year was Omāēqnomenew man. It's been a busy year here for us. This past Pes-Piakon, Supermarket, the sugar camp, man. Me and my Nēmow here, we catch Nokia. must board it on, man. About 3 weeks, 13, 14-hour days. You guys know if you've been out to sugar camp how much work that is, So we did a lot of that. We got out in the Menomini and went gathered some stuff, some Muqsāhkwat, tahimenon at one point. You know, all kinds of berries. We try to get out there as much as we can. You know, tried to do a lot. We went top in the Kaminow. We went trapping a little bit there. That was a good time. Took our Nichionok out there, got him out in the woods, told him stories, you know, spoke the language to him, you know, just trying to do the things our ancestors used to do. What else did we do this past week? Oh, that brings us into Omāēqnomenew Wēqnasen there this past summer. I myself conducted a class, partnered with College of Menominee Nation, CMN, with 8 high school students, 4 hours a day, 4 hours a week, man. We went hard on Omāēqnomenew Wēqnasen, man, some Menominee language. And see them kids out in the community, man, they can hang tough, man. They can throw some shots, some Menominee language, man. We had a good time this past summer. So shout out my students if you guys are watching. Yeah, it brings us all the way up to cool Colville, and still the Chinini Tommy Timino still busy. I'll pass it over to you around that point.
Yeah, all right, man. So we did a little bit of wild ricing. We did some harvesting. We got an acely new ricing machine, kind of save some miles on the moccasins and all that business. You guys will see that this coming year. We'll be out with that. But if you hadn't noticed, we started live streaming. We do a weekly live session, courtesy of Mr. Nēmow, running the switchboard, getting us through all these hiccups with technology. We're also doing an interview series where we ask cool people to tell us about their story, so we can share knowledge that way. We did an online class. We ran one for the first part of the year, but then in the fall, we started another one. We had 214 people sign up for that online cohort. We weren't really ready for that, so we made some plans, got adjusted. You know, at the peak of that class, we had 144 people live on Zoom. And of those people, 75 people did the duration of 16 weeks, 2 meetings a week, 1 hour a meeting. And to those 75, shout out to you all. I appreciate you all. And that brings us right up to how you get your promotional gear from MenominiyoU. So we don't sell anything. If you see someone wearing you gears because they've taken the time to learn something of the language, and or they're a partner and they're helping us out in some kind of way. So shout out to those people that you see with MenominiyoU gear on. Looking forward to next year.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So all of this does not happen on its own. You guys, we got a great team behind us. We're doing. We've got to want to take a minute to make sure and shout out our founding board members for our 501c3. That being Miss Regina Washinawatuck Wapanuki herself, Mr. Benjamin Richard Greeno, otherwise known as Watnaway, Miss Kelly Penfold, otherwise known as Match Kinuki, Miss Tony Caldwell, otherwise known as Piak Mok, and then we have Mr. James Oshkishquam. And I want to thank all 5 of you for all of the work that you all have done to make these kind of things happen. No small task. Looking forward to next year, we just wanted to make sure and ask you guys to like our page, follow our page, subscribe on YouTube. We got a lot of stuff going on online. COVID's kind of boring, so if you're sitting home, some good stuff to get into. Keep a watchful eye if you're interested in these language classes. We're gonna be starting to promote them in January. We're thinking about starting them in the 2nd week of February, I believe. So be on the lookout. We're gonna blitz the community with some PR. We'll have flyers out and all that.
Advocates, our community advocates, you're going to see a lot of them around. I think we got a group about 11, 12 of them, maybe. Was it more than that?
Yeah, we got like 14 alumni members and a few community advocates, and so we're going to be hitting the ground with some activities, assuming it's safe, to get people together. So watch out for us. We might come rolling up where you live and do some cool stuff with you all. So we'll say about that much, man, and then we're gonna go ahead and start transitioning to our
next giveaway.
to our next giveaway.
Yeah, everybody comment if you haven't commented yet. Watch this short video, little slideshow restoration, and some good historical photos there. So bear with us.
So about that last drawing, bro. Okay. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed that slideshow. Nēmow, you want to go ahead and tell them what they're in for?
All right, so here we go. Top of the hour. Well, close Indian time there. So first artist giveaway here is by our very own Alex Gokey Menore. So look at that.
Deadly wall hanger.
Such one there. Wall hanger.
So this is what we're going for on this here drawing. The wheel has been generated. I'm going to go ahead and give it a spin there.
Here we go. Yep. Put this in the corner here.
Holy smokes, there's a couple people on there. Who figured out how to get on there twice? I know you did. All right.
Oh, David Blanc.
David Blanc, congratulations. All right, you got 1 minute to call. Don't forget that number is Omāēqnomenew Wēqnasen. Hit us up in 1 minute, and this is yours.
Timer's going.
Timer's on. All right. That's really awesome, though. We got one of those from Alex right here for the Asachikawi comic. We sport it proudly up on the wall.
The name.
Yeah. David, where are you at? Give us a ring. How long's he got left? 40 seconds. All right. Oh, incoming. Mr. David Blanc. All right. Also. Congratulations. All right. Hey, man, make sure and send us the info on how to get this to you. All right. All right. Cool. All right. Poso. All right. That one's gone. We're going to go ahead and spin this wheel again for our last prize. Our model here demonstrating our cribbage board handcrafted by Mr. Orland Dirty Orr Webster. There's also a really nice glossed coffee table that's going to go with this, but it's a little bit Cosaco. It's a little bit heavy, so we're not going to be able to model it, but it is in our pictures on our Facebook, so hopefully you've seen it.
All right, here we go.
Here we go. Let's spin it to win it. Spin it to win it. La la la. All right, here we go. Oh, Rust Ickles. All right, Rust Ickles. you see the prompt on your screen. You've got Nekut Tapahi Kasas and Natomia. Again, that number is Nohikan Nekut Nianin Sa New Nekut Kunkako Susik. Hit us up in 1 minute. Timer is running. Hey, you guys, don't forget to stick around at the end. We are giving away $250 gift card or preloaded Visa cards. We're giving away 4 of them. Okay. All right. Here we go. And it's Rust Ickles. Oso. Hey, you're a winner. Make sure and inbox us how to get that to you. All right. Poso.
Hey.
All right. Congratulations, everybody who has been a winner. Okay. Remember, there are still 4 opportunities to win $250, and 1 lucky person might get 2 of those. Who knows? I don't know how crazy things get. But hey, you guys, right now, we have put a ton of work into producing our promotional video. And again, you guys, this video is to really demonstrate the why. Why do we do what we do? So I hope that you guys stick around. This video is about 14 minutes long. Don't forget, we got our giveaway at the end here. Nēmow, if you got any comments on the way into this video.
Well, comment on share your comments, man. What you guys think about how we're doing tonight? What you guys think about the videos? Anything you want to share with us?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, you guys enjoy this video, man. We worked hard on it.
The Menominee people, Algonquin-speaking people. The language is very important to us because it describes who we are, and it's how we describe how life is in the eyes of the Menominee people. If we didn't have our language, we wouldn't be Menominee.
Language shapes the way that you see, it shapes the way that you communicate with others, and language influences the way that you think.
Our language is part of our identity in terms of who we are, that makes us unique to the world.
Without the language, a tribe has no soul. A language is what connects us. That's the breath we were given by the Creator.
Our language has been the one thing that has passed from generation to generation and been able to collect, gather, and store our collective story.
The Menominee creation story took place thousands of years ago at Minneconne, that means at the mouth of the Menominee River. It was here that our 5 clans, 5 major clans, the bear, eagle, moose, wolf, and crane, had their beginning. The first one that came out from the Menominee River was the great ancestral bear. When he started walking up the river, Creator saw that. The Creator transformed him into human form, and it was the first Menominee. As the bear was traveling up the river, he encountered eagle flying above. He said, "Brother Eagle, come down and walk with me and be my brother." And he too was transformed into human form. As the two were walking up the river, they encountered a moose, a wolf, and a crane, and those two were transformed. That's who we are, the Menominee people that come from the Menominee River.
As Muqsāhkwat, we were born as people of this land. And when we were born, that first breath we took, that responsibility of speaking our language, carrying our traditions, carrying our culture, carrying our identity became a part of the fiber when we were first born.
For Menominee people, there isn't your religion here and your culture here and your language here and your life here. It's all interconnected.
You cannot separate the language, the culture, the spirituality. All of those pieces are intertwined, and we identify who we are through our language.
How you describe something in your language is different than the way someone else, when they speak in their language. And it identifies you in how you perceive the world.
In the English language, animacy, we only think of ourselves as alive, and maybe animals, but things like trees, if you say, go cut the tree down, and then somebody comes back and they say, did you cut it down? Like it's not alive. In Menominee, if you said that, it's not a one-to-one in animacy, because you say, did you cut him or her down? It causes you to respect the things around you just as much as you would respect another person.
There's a lot of meaning in those words. That's not just a word. There could be several meanings to one word, and a sentence could mean 1,000 things.
Our language, it gives us a sense of pride. It gives us a sense of closeness to the Wāēknomenew, the spirits, to the land.
When we communicate with one another and we use our language, we inherently start to understand more about the wisdom of the journey of life for the Menominee people.
Our language is part of our identity, and they did a good job of nearly destroying that.
There were several attempts by the U.S. government to assimilate and acculturate Menominee people. They took the Menominee children away from their parents, put them in schools where they had to stay. The big push behind that was to take the children away from their language and their culture and to train them to be in the white society.
When they spoke, they were punished for it. They made my mother and aunt kneel on a 2x4 all day. And not the flat part, but standing up sideways. That's how they had to kneel, on that 2x4. My uncles were caught speaking Menominee, and they were horsewhipped. They were horsewhipped for doing that. My mother said that when she watched her brother being whipped, she just cried. And she said, I won't speak it anymore because I don't want that to happen to my family.
The results of these schools and these different attempts on our identity have left us feeling really lost in this world, like we don't belong.
People were ashamed to be Menominee. People didn't speak the language out in the open. We had to hide to have ceremonies.
Because of that, I can't speak my language fluently. I know a few words, I can understand a little bit, but I can't speak it to talk to somebody. And that always hurt me.
My dad, he was like 74 years old, and he was getting sick. All the elders were starting to pass away. And he said, I'm scared, not for me, but for yous. He said, my people, I'm scared for yous, because the language was dying out.
A body only has life while there's a soul in it, and when that soul leaves, we put that body down. The language is the soul of your tribe. When the language is removed, all you have left is an empty shell.
We were in a very scary place in the late 1990s and early 2000s when the last of our first language speakers started to pass away. At that time, we only had about 7 that were still living.
When we look at the terrible things that happened to our ancestors, the anger that could be directed towards those people, those institutions, those systems that were responsible for all of that, what's much stronger is when you're motivated for the love of the people that persevered through that.
How do we heal ourselves from all that's happened? The revitalization of our language can be part of that healing, not only in our relationship to ourselves and one another, but to the world.
That's what our elders wanted. They used to always tell us to keep going forward. Don't worry about what happened back here. Worry about what's going on in front of you. So the language and our cultures do that for us. It carries us on.
Love is much stronger than anger. That's what motivates us to do what we're doing today. It's the love and respect we have for our relatives that are alive today, and it's the love and respect we have for future generations.
What MenominiyoU wants to do is we want to be a community partner that broadens access. This is your chance to be involved in the revitalization of the Menominee language.
It's more than just the language. MenominiyoU does the cultural component, the traditional component. It's more than just teaching a language. It's about everything that comes with the language.
We want our language to be alive and thriving, so it's fully intact again.
We're talking about really moving the language into areas where it'll be a living, breathing entity.
I see MenominiyoU as something that was gifted to us through the Creator, through the spirits. The Creator, the Spirit, seeing how we were struggling and is bringing all this back to us.
If the Menominee language is going to live, it's going to be because you took your opportunity to join and learn this language. The Menominee language belongs to the people of this nation.
We are the ancient people that have survived here for thousands of years, and we will continue on doing that, knowing that we are Menominees through the language that we have.
Everybody should be able to know who they are, where they come from, why they're here, and where they're going. I know that the language can't give that to everybody, but it opens the door. I'll say about that much. Wāēwāēnen Eneq. Nēmow Wāēwāēnen Eneq Maoni Wiak and it's case not the moya pososetok iheni kayes wapia. I want to thank everyone who had a part in helping us out produce that. There's more names than I can remember, but I want to highlight our featured speakers. I know now qua Macadal Quinn Payata Wawa Gishko qua Wapanuki and Macadal Quinn. I want to thank all you guys for Pakachka. I want to thank all you guys for taking the time to do that. And I also wanted to thank all the community agencies that help in the language endeavors, namely Menominee Language and Culture Commission with all your immersion activities, the daycare who's taken up their spot, hosting immersion daycare rooms, Head Start, hosting immersion Head Start rooms, Menominee Indian School District, beyond having language kindergarten through 12th grade and a bilingual offering, also engaging in an immersion charter. And Menominee Tribal School has always been dedicated to language. College Menominee Nation, I want to thank you guys as well. And then everybody who's out there speaking and using this language. There's more and more of us breathing life back into the Menominee Nation. So ponini tekun, just keep speaking your language. Our ancestors are smiling. And I also wanted to give you guys just a demographic shout out. MenominiyoU, Asachikawi Kamik, where our office is, right downtown Kashina. We're 2 doors down from the trading post, or if you're a little bit old school, we used to call that place Scooby's down at the corner store there. So stop on in, say Hane Nap one of these days. And you know, one of the other things is we've done some giveaways this evening. We got to feature some local artists. We're gonna do some cash giveaways here in a moment. And that's not to be cheesy, you guys. This is how Mamache talk. This is how we do business. We ask you guys to invite you guys in to do something. In a non-COVID world, we'd be sharing food and doing a giveaway. But in our way here on this digital platform, we still found a way to give. We're asking you guys to join, and in the same way, we're doing that way. So I wanted to say about that much, man. And now we're going to go into our final giveaway for the evening. And for that, I'm going to send this on over to my esteemed colleague, Mr. Nēmow Elmer Denny, to give you the lowdown on how this is going to go.
Well, the moment we've all been waiting for here. Let's give away some uniyan. What you guys think? Yeah? I'm ready if you guys are ready. Let's bring up that wheel here. We're going to draw 3 $250 winners. They're calling in, right? They're calling in. All right, we're going to go 1, call in, 2, call in, 3, call in. After we get 3, we're going to take the 3 past winners of the art pieces, the 3 that just won, and then out of these 6, we're going to do one more 250 winner. So
you could win $500 if you're that lucky.
Hey, it's the season of giving.
Yep.
All right. Let's do this. Oh, look at that wheel now.
There's a couple of names on there, guys.
Look at that wheel now.
Just on the other side, we have had some local donations. We're going to be giving away some stuff in the new year, so you guys pay attention to that too.
More live streams. First winner, Marcy Hopatas.
Marcy Hopatas.
Took our fall class there with us.
Awesome.
16 weeks.
You got 1 minute. You're on the clock. Nohe kan nekut nianen. Saka new nekut kun kako susik.
Everyone's got this number preloaded in their phone right now, ready to call.
Yeah, Marcy, you're on the clock. 1 minute to win it.
What you guys think? Should we preview some Smoky Town or the unreleased CD?
I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that might be Marcy Hopatas. Also, MenominiyoU. You certainly did. All right, yeah. You're a winner. You know where to find us. Now, how can I upni Wāēwāēnen?
Bozo. All right, Marcy is a confirmed winner. All right, why don't you spin that wheel again, Nat? Price is Right style.
Second winner.
Second winner. Who you got?
Oh,
Jane Blacker.
Another one of our fall participants there in the class.
Yep.
Dang, man.
Jane from all the way in Chicago. Remember, the area code is 715. Hit us up on the number on the screen in 1 minute, and you will get a $250 card.
Preloaded, I told you.
Let me guess. Yes, it is. All right. Besaw, MenominiyoU.
Keep the coop in the casa.
Hey. Besaw, congratulations. You are a winner. You're going to just have to communicate with us on how to get that to you, all right? You got it. We're here. All right, Besaw.
Yeah.
All right.
Cut me shick.
Cut me shick. Go ahead and spin that wheel. Who do we got? Man, there's a few wee swimming on that wheel. Holy smokes. And the winner is...
Oh,
Annette Cole. Annette Cole, you've got 1 minute. That number is Nohikun Nikut Nianin Sa Kasa Kanu Nikut Nikut Kun Kako Susik. You're on the clock. 1 minute to win it.
By one of my summer class students there, Tierra.
Oh, right next to it?
Yep.
All right. Let me go ahead and take a wild guess. Is this Annette? Besaw, MenominiyoU. All right. Congratulations, Annette Cole.
All right, we got to get this other
Hey, you
wheel
just
ready here.
inbox us on our Facebook page and we'll make sure and get that to you. Now, congratulations. Besaw. All right, here we go. 6 winners. 6 winners. Someone's going to get an extra $250. An extra $250. All right. We're going to recreate this wheel to include all 6 of the winners. All right. Da, 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 da. Blee, blue, blah.
Give you some Smoky Town here. Unreleased here.
All right. You ready? All right. Here we go. All right.
Here we go. 6 names.
6 names. Who's going to get it?
1 winner. Extra $250. Oh,
Marcy Hopatas, you've already called. No need to call again. You are the lucky winner of $500, Miss Marcy. Congratulations. Happy restoration. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Yep.
Everybody be sure to like the page, follow the page, subscribe on YouTube. Online language classes coming soon. Watch for the public announcement. Community activities 2022. That's about all I got, brother.
That's all about all I got. Yakuma Sikun, Mahno Pamata Sikun, Ayanikun, all that good stuff.
Wāēwāēnen Eneq.
Eneq. We're about to have Paul here, so. Eneq.